Are we on?
Yep.
Good morning,
Started.
our Beauty Equilibrium podcast
Good
family.
morning.
What's happening?
Coming to you live straight from Los Angeles, California. We're about to get right into it. What is our first topic?
NFL Spotlight. It was a great weekend of football. We going on to the divisional round. We got my 49ers facing off against the Cowboys. Shout out to both clubs making it to the divisional round. We also got Cincinnati going and playing. I don't remember who everybody playing, but we got Cincinnati going, Kansas City, Jacksonville. Y'all help me out in the comments. And then on the NFC, we got Philadelphia getting ready to play the Giants. And then we have also
the Giants won?
Yeah, Giants upset Minnesota.
Okay.
Wow.
We had an upset.
That was a wild. Like, what was that?
That was a wild
surprise?
card.
Okay,
Mhm.
wild card. Yeah.
Not really a surprise. I actually predicted that one.
Okay.
Because because all of Minnesota's games have been decided by like less than a touchdown. They've been getting lucky like all season, but they kept winning. But they was always on. So it was like at some point that's gonna catch up with you because they was giving up. You know, their opponent was always in the game, and something lucky kept happening. So
those close wins.
But we also got so we got Philadelphia and we got the Niners and the Cowboys.
All I can say is
Bang bang.
I'm so disappointed in the Chargers.
27-point swing.
That was a
look. I was at my little brother's house,
crazy.
and they was up 27, right? And then when the next morning, I didn't even pay attention. I was like, they won.
You did like the walk away and the comeback.
Yeah.
Like, wait,
So
what?
Yep.
my little brother texted me to go, the Chargers lost. I'm like, nah, they didn't.
No, they lost.
And I went back and looked at the highlights. I'm like, dude, you had one job.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
One job.
One
You
job.
know.
That was it. It be like that sometimes, but they definitely got to go ahead and work on their defense. You can't give up that many points in a half.
Yeah, but oh well. Moving right along.
Yes. Okay, as you all know, yesterday, in observance for MLK holiday, everybody nationwide had like either a day off or some time to reflect on remembering MLK.
Did anybody celebrate y'all MLK?
We celebrated. We
we
did.
did.
A
We did
MLK
something,
celebration.
yeah.
Yeah, we sure did. Yep.
Yeah.
A nice Sunday dinner, and
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep. So we did that, my family. But everybody's talking about the statue. Did you see it?
What you think? What you think?
You got a picture of it now?
We have a picture of it. Hold on.
Yes.
You guys got to see this
Hey
picture.
man, this
giving,
picture is
Let us know your thoughts. Like,
It's giving
what do you think?
cunnilingus. It's giving cunnilingus. It's giving more than what it should. It's
Okay.
not.
Oh, I've
So
seen
this
that.
is-
That's that
is
picture. Yes.
This is a statue that everybody is just in uproar about.
And they had that one
Yeah,
with another
Yeah,
picture
the
on.
formal name is Embrace, correct?
Hey.
It's Embrace.
It's Embrace.
I seen that one with another picture
Right.
on top of it with Jody Tyrese getting choked by the boy from Baby Boy.
Right,
they had a lot of funny
Yeah,
memes
I don't.
associated with
I
it.
don't. It's a nice statue, but I don't.
What is that?
It's supposed to be like
It's
somebody
a-
hugging
yeah.
each other.
It's like Coretta.
It's
and,
supposed to
and
be
Martin.
Coretta, Scott King, and Martin Luther King. It's a dedication to them, but it's oddly
Right.
shaped. It's very odd.
I want to say that this is.
I'm not because I don't want to disrespect the artist. I just maybe I have to see it in person, but I just
For this picture, that look crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
It's giving very much.
And he said he
Give
wanted
us
to basically
some
really.
soft porn.
He said he
Mimi.
really wanted to reflect.
Look like some soft porn.
oh,
very much what it's
Oh
not
my
supposed to.
goodness!
Once
He
again,
really-
we have special guest Mimi on. How you doing
I'm
today?
Shima's little sister.
How
Hey
you
guys,
doing,
hey
Mimi?
guys.
right.
She always taps in on the comments, and she helps have our chat room popping. So yeah, welcome Mimi. Hold on.
Thank you very
Gotta
much,
give you a
guys.
proper-
Thank you. Thank you.
I think we can all agree when you look at this, you don't immediately think MLK and his wife. It's not even
Right.
close.
And they say that basically the image was taken after a photo of them basically in an embrace after one of his speeches. And you saw the weight of Martin on Coretta and how he basically leaned on her for strength. So
I can
from an artistic viewpoint,
I'm visualizing it now, but
exactly.
I wish I could see the picture.
Exactly. And sometimes you have to visualize it.
understand.
Sometimes you have something in your head, and sometimes it may just come out wrong or it's not.
I mean, like I said, we had to see the whole thing, Sidebar though, question. Martin Luther or Malcolm? Which one y'all picking? Just real quick.
I'm gonna go on to Malcolm X.
Okay.
Yeah.
Malcolm, Mimi, what about you?
I think I'll go with I'll go with Martin.
Okay.
Because I just feel like, honestly, I like how he was inclusive in his message when he said that it's not just one minority. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's why his work with Sister Chavez was so important, because it's not just one group of people who are adversely affected by everything that happens in this country that's wrong. You know what I mean?
Right,
when you think about the magnitude of black folk, brown folk, yellow folk coming together or whatever,
right?
That's it's more mass, like it's more of the numbers in the mass. You know what I mean? I feel like that's how we should continue to move forward, and that's the only way that basically people can make a difference in the world is if we do it together. So that's why I feel like, and all respect to Malcolm or whatever, but I just really feel like when you think about moving separately and alone or whatever, and I have talked to a lot of elders, and they do say that one thing that they disagree with Martin's message is his message on desegregation. If you talk to a lot of elders,
people disagree with him on that.
They said that really did kind of like water down financial backings and just basically something that we held ourselves. So because what happened was that income and those jobs end up leaving our communities. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
mom and pop stores,
yeah,
everything. Yeah,
right.
I feel you.
But they basically postponed the Lamert Park celebration due to the weather, so it will be next month in February. The MLK parade was back for the first time in 3 years because of everything that's been going on, and just some things happen in the community. The Pan African Film Fest is February 9th through 20th, so that's something else that's back.
Okay,
so
okay,
those two things.
That's
I used to
dope.
love going to that.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Moving on.
So
Koreatown.
we said we're going to talk about the reparations.
Oh, the reparations we did.
San
San Francisco.
They're starting to give conversation, or I guess starting to talk about reparations. And if you are a vet from San Francisco, they're talking about giving you $5 million. And I know that's not going to be, exactly what they give, but I can't wait to see what the price or what the amount will be for the native San Francisco black folks. And I hope that us out down here in LA.
So is it specifically designed for that area? Will it trickle down to other areas? Is this just like a model that they're going by? Or
I think it's just I didn't get really into it,
San
but Frisco, they're like, yeah,
Jason, when I opened that, I had to do a double take, really, because we've been talking about reparations in here for how long? You know what I mean? But to see $5 million attached to that talk,
each person,
right?
Yeah,
that's big,
as
right?
As long as you're from, but. Hey, there go G.
They're gonna want
tapping
proof.
in.
Yeah,
What's
they're
up, G?
gonna want proof. What was it? How many years you had to prove to?
I think 10 or more years, but 18 years are over. Just like G just said in the comments, $5 million and debt relief. So that's big.
and
Shonda said it's interesting because San Francisco is so gentrified now. So
Oh, yes,
they
ma'am,
feel like they done
Shonda.
got everybody up out of there.
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
I hope it's one of those things where it's like all inclusive. Like pretty much people are like, I identify with this. I hope people aren't stepping up like, well, I've been checking black for this many years, or but
yeah, I
I
hope
keep
not
in
either.
mind the word reparations means to repair what's broken. So even if you break down the definition of that, it's really deep because the promise originally was 40 acres and a mule. And if you think about that time, 40 acres would have given you not only food for your family, but a way to make amends, and make a way in your
Facts.
community, and a mule would have tended to your land. So it's kind of like they played us on that. They never gave it to us. And the fact that the very definition means to repair what's broken, they do owe us our damaged communities, the system. I mean, it's been systematically damaged for us. And it shows. I mean, there's a lot of trauma in the Black community. There's a lot of, people that just can't get up. It's not necessarily because of the system, but it's like I feel like that would help a lot of people spiral into success in their dreams, as far as going forward, as African Americans.
Exactly. Let me just
nice.
add this. G did say, and it's not for slavery. So this has nothing to do. This is just basically for the adverse treatment and how they codified. It was adverse laws and everything else that happened in California. So that's also big.
Right.
Yeah, because it wasn't slavery here per se, but we've been through hell everywhere.
Facts.
Right.
Need to get that slavery one cracking.
Oh man,
The reparations
Boy,
for that.
They might as well just open up the banks if they do that.
Can you imagine though if they really would have did what they said? If they really would have gave us 40 acres and a mule, it would have changed our lives. It would have changed generations.
Oh, definitely.
That's just point blank period. So
Right. But
Definitely.
when we talk about how the laws, just like we're saying that, okay, now for slavery in California, but when you talk about how people basically upheld redlining, how they upheld all these things that are just like, wait a minute, you weren't doing this to other people, you weren't doing this to other groups or whatever. Like, we should have been able to get business loans, regular loans, home loans, you know what I mean?
and if we did get it, our rates were much higher.
Right,
Exactly.
right.
It's just
Or if we try to, appraise our houses, still to this day,
Mm-hmm.
we're getting, if they see that there's, Black pictures, in somebody's house or any type of anything referencing Blacks, they will lower the appraisal rate of the house,
Right.
which is sad, man. This house is a house.
And it's a long list of sundown towns. If you guys ever get a chance to look that up, look
Still?
up the list. No, not still, but they still.
But no,
have
it's still to this day, though.
Yeah,
They
they
still have some to this day.
But
You can't write
yeah,
those.
exactly.
I know you said a long list. I know it's a couple, but you
Right,
said a
right.
long list is like, wait. Like, I know
No. What I'm saying is
Get up
from
out
back in the
there.
day, and then some of them, like I was going to say, some of them are still doing it, but it's like, okay, you can't say it or whatever, but it's true. So sundown towns, look it up or whatever, like some of your favorite cities and some of the areas right now that are still, everybody knows secretly, hey, don't
Be over here after dark.
Exactly.
G said in the comments, would you rather have 40 acres and a mule, 5 million acres and a mule, or 5 million? G, I don't
Man,
even know.
I'm not gonna lie.
I
the
want
land.
5 million.
I
Give me
want
the
the
5
land.
million acres.
Yeah, I want the land.
That means I own everything. Monopoly.
I would take the land over the money, to be honest.
Yeah, man. Moving right along. What's this? Koreatown? An intruder
Oh, yeah.
throws hot boiling water on a resident.
Yeah, a
Nicole
woman and her
Lucas.
boyfriend they were coming back after a night of celebrating his birthday, and they came into a home, and it was a vagrant that greeted them with boiling water and a knife.
Now look at this picture. This right here.
Her face, neck, and chest are like,
I
oh
mean,
my
That's
God,
messed
it's
up.
horrible.
We're talking about 2nd and 3rd degree burns,
Yeah, that's
blistering skin.
He
Jesus.
defecated all over their home. He destroyed their home.
He
That's
He defecated all over
Awful.
the house, and like in every room.
Oh, so he broke in.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry for this couple. That's messed up. And why would you defecate? Oh man, that is
Yeah, but you know
nasty.
what? Can you imagine you coming home from a nice evening out celebrating her birthday, and then you walk in your own home, you know what I mean? And somebody's throwing, so he had the time to boil water in their house and just do whatever he was doing in there. Like,
Was he cooking?
Up in there eating noodles.
right, exactly.
So you poop and you cook. Okay, that's
Yeah,
the order of
that's-
things.
Yeah, that's just
So
Done.
they unfortunately they moved back to San Diego where they're from, but it's just like sad because you can't even be comfortable in your own home these days. There's so much
Exactly.
craziness going
Yeah,
on.
that's crazy.
And
Wow.
not to be political, but it's so much going on with homeless and mental illness. And I mean, let's be real. There's no facilities. There's no
Not
services
enough, yeah.
for these people. And I'm not trying to make excuses for the person who did this. I mean, he harmed her and really damaged her for life. I don't think that's going to be an easy heal. I mean, those are second and third degree burns.
Yeah.
But let's be real. Our communities are not doing enough for these people that are on the streets. The majority of them are veterans. They come back, they fight for this country, and they crazy. And it's like, what do? We can't come up with it ourselves. They really need to create legislation to make sure these people are housed and really like rehabilitated.
That's a
Yeah.
good thought. Yeah.
Let's see it in action, though. I would like to see, like you said, programs and things that actually
Definitely.
work. You know,
Definitely. Yeah, man. What's this? Moving right along. What is the Fair Tax Act? 2023, the Fair Tax Act eliminates the tax code, replaces the income tax with sale tax, and abolishes the abusive Internal Revenue Service. If enacted, this will invigorate the American taxpayer and help more Americans achieve the American dream, said by Republican Jeff Duncan. Ooh, what y'all think about this?
okay. I would like to I always lead with this. Sometimes the grass ain't greener on the other side. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of laws, and especially a lot of laws that are in place right now that we think are good, it's always these earmarks. It's always these things that's attached with it. It's always
Underlying
these
intentions,
things that are like in the gray area that get
Right.
moved on. So I can't say that I trust this. I'm sorry. I'm not trusting this thing right here.
I did a little background research on it. This has actually come up in the Bush era. His administration brought this up, and they stopped it because it's low-key an entitlement program. And we get excited about checks, but all money ain't good money, you know. And a lot of the poor, most of our income goes to like consumption. So about 10 to 13% of what our money goes to is buying what we need. So that basically like lets the rich off the hook who are the haves, and the have-nots have to consume more, and we're going to be happy to get a little check, but we're going to be spending more. So it don't equal to anything, you know? So I don't know about this. This was actually rejected by another Republican administration. So now they're bringing it back up. I don't trust something that you say no to and then you come back around and say, oh, this is a good idea. I always feel like it's like an underlying agenda.
Maybe it's because people are talking about reparations. Who knows?
Hey, maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Sometimes,
Man,
I mean,
they always trying to pull one over your head. You know?
yeah.
They give you something just so they can, go behind your back with something else
Gotta
all
stop
the
getting
time.
excited about crumbs.
There you go.
I want the whole loaf.
Yes. You got to stop
Facts.
thinking small. You got to think big.
Think big.
You know what I'm thinking about?
Thinking too small. You got to think big.
That little
No,
TikTok.
he had a
video.
message. He had a message there.
Yeah, man, he sure did. Moving right along. Oh, my God. Kanye.
This guy and his
Boom.
antics.
Back again.
This guy.
Boom.
Kanye West gets married again.
Congratulations.
Someone who looks very much so like Kim Kardashian.
He has a type.
He
definitely
has a type. And I guess what? Kim Kardashian's, a little,
She's worried about it.
well,
She thinks it's an impulsive move.
probably is.
I mean, it's
How
a
she
lot
gonna
of stuff
talk?
that's right.
It's a lot of stuff that's
She's been married a few times.
yeah.
It's not
Hot calling the
official.
kettle black.
Yeah, mind you, it's not official. They just had a ceremony. It's nothing in the LA courts. It's nothing filed. But they had a private ceremony with family and close friends. So that was like odd. It's like,
I think
why
she
not?
might be spiteful.
Yeah.
All I can
mad.
say is if it does become official, prenup.
I say
hope he's thinking
congratulations.
clearly,
I mean,
yeah.
he hasn't been with anyone, to my knowledge, since her.
It ain't even been that long though.
He's been with
She ain't
several
never
people.
waited. She ain't never waited that long either.
But he's been with several people. He's had different girlfriends. Well, I don't know if they're just walking and taking pictures for the press, but he's been with a couple
I just think it's
models.
interesting that she's saying she's worried about his situation and it's toxic and impulsive. But that last dude she was with, wasn't he like, I don't want to say that word.
I mean, it was giving weird. It was giving weird vibes because he had the kids' names tattooed on them, and
He did?
He was kind of
yes.
wild himself.
yes, he was taking pictures and talking
Wait a
smack back to
minute,
Kanye, and it's like
The crazy part
Or
about
let me
it,
just say Ye, because that's his name, not Kanye,
Yeah.
but Ye.
but
Well,
You
she,
know,
Whatever.
she publicly said that she pursued him for his male parts, his members. So, so
Yeah,
to me, why was
they
he taking her so seriously? That should have just been like a little, fun or whatever. What was his name? He's on SNL. What's his name?
Pete Davidson.
Yeah, Pete
Yeah.
Davidson. But yeah, he was taking her seriously, obviously.
Hey, sometimes it happens. You fall in love with with the wrong person.
right?
I mean, would she rather him not be with anyone then and just be single or just not marry anybody? At least
That sounds like bitter, huh?
he went out there and married somebody and is willing to start a new family. When your kids come over to his house, his structure, what you maybe you so
I
used
like
to
how-
toxic.
That's
so
good.
used
That's
to
good.
you-
A
Yeah, I
good
mean,
point
because
you
we
made.
lose sight of that.
That's a
It's
good
like
point
that
you
don't
made.
get no admiration no more.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, while you over there bringing in a new Negro every time we look up, is you marrying them? Or they
Right.
just
No,
coming
you
and
having
going?
a good time.
And
You know what I'm
none of this
saying?
stuff
Yeah.
goes away. Like the pictures of them in bed taking pictures together and him.
Yeah, that don't
you
go
know,
away.
It
that's
lasts forever.
Yeah, it's
'cause
gonna
they
last
still bringing
forever.
up old stuff on her. And I want to just bring up this angle with the Kardashians. I really don't think it's about emotions. I think it's about money and branding. I think that anything that hurts their brand, that's what they're worried about. Are you really worried about your kids? You got your baby girl in a lace top in Paris and platform shoes.
And they brand is toxic.
Yeah, so it's like I don't.
So
really
any
think he
type
really
of
cared.
structure is going probably that's going against the grain.
Yeah.
Him getting married.
Yeah, really.
That's funny.
All right, man. Moving right along. What's this? Mariah Carey is reportedly seeking full custody of her twins with Nick Cannon. The reality of the situation is that they are usually with Mariah Carey anyway. Source said she wants to put him on notice that he can't just fit them in their lives whenever he attends to while he's attending to other children, and wants legal standing as twins' primary caregiver.
I totally feel that. Again, Mariah Carey is a brand, so I think I'm surprised she hasn't done this before. I mean, why didn't you do this on baby number 4 or 5? We on what 11, 12, 13? What? I mean, I'm surprised she hasn't done this. Nick Cannon, that's a sore situation for me. How can you be there for all those kids?
No, I don't. I got to side with
Mariah.
Mariah on that one.
Yeah,
Because you can't be there for all those kids.
it's impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
I don't.
They tend to not they, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess they think because he has money, as long as everybody financially covered, it's always good.
and
but
that's not always the case.
that's not the case.
Money
You have to
does
be
not
there. You got to
does
be
not
there
solve
for that
everything,
kid
y'all.
emotionally and financially. And
Money
you
does
cannot
not solve
emotionally
everything.
support. It's hard for one parent to emotionally support 4 to 5 kids in the same household, let alone 11 scattered across the world between 4 women or 5 women. Man, please.
And I think
Money
anybody
or
that
not.
didn't have another parent, mother or father, would tell you like they would have preferred those embraces over a dollar amount. I mean, even child support. It's like these women are going after the wrong things. It's just like you want so much money, but it's like I would have loved
And
for
the
daddy
child-
to be at the
yeah,
back gate
and
when
the
I was out of
child-
school. Come pick me up.
And then the
you know?
kid grows up, with all kind of resentment.
And thinking nothing
Yeah.
about money too. So yeah.
Yeah.
To Shonda's point, she said primary care is what she's already doing. So let me ask you guys this. Do you really think that she needs to have a court document and a legal document saying that she has full custody when she's already having full custody? I mean, does that make like a difference?
Hell yes. I don't even think he's in the right state of mind. What he's doing is low key mental illness. It's like you might be crazy. Hell yes, she needs to have a court document.
Because if he has all these kids, well, he's up to 13 now, right? My question is, does he even have the time to come over and try to have full custody too? You know what I mean? Like you may not have the time to even do these things that you're.
That decision is up to her. If she want to do that, she can. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously she hasn't had an issue with the kids leaving and being taken somewhere else without her knowing and stuff like that. So
Right.
I would just say if she feels like that's something she got to do, ain't nothing wrong with getting it on paper. You know, and make it more concrete.
I mean, because Shauna just said it's on paper, but doesn't mean it's not taking away his legal rights.
I believe in court orders.
Mm-hmm.
If need be, if need be,
I get your
every
person.
situation is different.
Yeah.
I don't, I feel that, two
I give you
adults should be able to
Exactly.
co-parent or figure things out. But
I'll give you a perfect example. Me and my kids' mom don't have an issue with co-parenting at all, and we have a court order. And the schedule, we don't even listen to that. It's just there in case somebody decides to get stupid. You know what I mean? It's 50-50 down the middle. You know what I mean? But at any given time, she can come see her children or vice versa. We don't go by the schedule. So I'm just saying sometimes a court order, it worked out for us. Because you never know, somebody could get silly.
Does it complicate things?
No, actually, when we went, the schedule they set up for us was super cold. And we both wanted to have the kids. So it just kind of came down to the children. And it worked out because we wasn't thinking how they go in there and sit you down and come up with something you ain't never even seen before. And you like, oh, that's where it's at. Yeah, that worked. I got a weekend, you getting weekends, woo woo, and it worked. But, after a while, though, life happens and we couldn't stick to it for different reasons. But, however it go, though, for us, we felt like you got to have something in place because it just helps things. You know what I'm saying? It allows you to keep it in line because.
Yeah.
And people do change when they get in a relationship.
Right.
I get a new girlfriend or you get a new boyfriend or something.
This is the other person.
Yeah, it's like, then the other person starts not wanting your children around as much and different things. And now y'all not sticking to it can get messy, but it's good to have a court order.
Because with all these things happening so fast, how do you properly vet the person who's around your kids? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if we're up to number 13 now, as far as the kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's 11, not including her kids. You know what I mean? Like, how much time did you take to really know these women who are like,
and then you bring in Mariah kids around these other women who clearly are not the type of women that you was. You the first baby mama or wife, right?
Wasn't the wife?
Right.
Can't call her baby mama when she was the wife.
These two women motives is totally different. Now you got my kids around these hoes.
Okay. Question: Were any of these women even his girlfriends? I think it's like contractual or something. Were they even his girlfriends at any time?
Hoes, bro.
Because I don't even think any of them were his girls. Like,
oh really? I don't know. I can't speak on that man and what's going on over there.
Yeah, man. Moving right along. We about to get too deep, and I don't have any answers for this.
Clinton said Mariah just being petty.
Look, me and Jason don't have no kids. I ain't got to fight with nobody.
What is this? Winner of the 1.35 billion Mega Millions was sold in Maine. The winning ticket, which cost $2 and matched all 6 numbers, was bought at a hometown gas and grill convenience store location in Lebanon, Maine. The ticket holder, yet to be identified yet, I wouldn't say anything either, has the choice of a lump sum of $723.5 million or annual payout over 30 years. Are you taking the payments or the lumpy sum?
Hey, I love these questions. We talk about this a lot.
Right.
I know what he's doing.
You already know what I'm doing.
He's taking scattered payments.
I'm taking scattered payments.
He's taking the payments.
That first year, I'm about to have a scattered ass.
Yeah.
I'm being reckless that first year, and then the second year, I'm gonna be more responsible.
I'm taking the lump sum and I'm calling a couple people and asking, what do I do now?
Right.
I'm taking my money up front.
Hey, I respect
taking
that.
Calling your husband, calling you. We're gonna call Ali.
I'm taking a lump.
Yeah, I'm taking a lump sum because anything can happen, and I want to enjoy it while I can. And does.
Oh, that sounds like that's about to be gone.
Yeah, exactly. See,
no, but to your point, if you do that, can you leave that money to someone else?
Yes.
Or do they? If you die,
put in the trust.
You can put in the trust.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
Absolutely.
Look, once personally me, because I know the lump sum is gonna be over 10 million a year, right? Once I get over 10, I'm good. A year, please.
You should be cool.
Yeah,
like more than cool.
Yeah. What am I gonna do with
something about my trust issues though, or whatever it is?
Are you just trying to create restraint? Do you think that'll give you like some kind of restraint not to blow it or something, or because it's like that's?
I think it does, and
a little bit, yeah.
Because then what if you just roll in second, third, fourth year, whatever, you're like, you know what, I want to make some more investments. I want to do this. I want to, What,
like G said last time though, what if you blow that 10 million by March?
Exactly.
Right. You're going to be like this.
I can think about what I did next year,
You still in a better place though.
Exactly.
Yeah, you still.
But if I have the lump sum, right?
Yeah, you can blow it. I see the logic.
Yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
because we all know the majority of lotto winners become broke.
They all blow it.
To the
The
winner,
majority,
man,
not
I hope
all,
you get a
but
lawyer.
they
The
blow
majority,
it.
I didn't say all,
Yeah.
but the majority. I'm
Lawyer
not blowing it, but you know, I'm already pretty decent with money, but you know, I want that lump sum. Just for
I just don't trust.
it's
my
just
money.
for generational. That's all. That's all I care about. Because I mean, I can do it myself at that moment, but I just rather have it.
Man, I'm putting all 720. I'm gonna dig it up in
You're
the
not gonna get
backyard.
720. They on tax at 720.
Oh well, you know what I mean.
Yeah. So you end up probably with like 4.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be less than that. Maybe in the high 3s, maybe.
Yeah.
That's sad.
High 3s, low 4.
That ain't nothing.
What?
Man, it's something. But
Yeah, it
If
is.
you
After
never
the
had,
tax,
you
though?
never had that before anyway. So it's something that you can do with that. Believe me.
Oh,
Really.
man,
You
we-
never
we-
had that.
we
So
over
I'm just
time,
saying, but
y'all.
what's taxes?
oh, okay. Thank you for tuning in. The
All
RBD
right. Thank you
Equilibrium
for welcoming me.
Podcast.
Have a good week.
Like it,
Have a good one,
subscribe. You
y'all.
know what to do.
Watch out for them nut cakes.
Shonda said she not blowing 700 million.